My name is Laura Green. I live in Chicago, Illinois. Life felt normal until I met Daniel Brooks one summer evening by Lake Michigan. He smiled at me, and I felt warm inside. I never believed in love at first sight, but I liked him immediately. We talked and laughed, and I felt happy in his presence. Every moment with him felt calm and safe. I trusted him quickly, and I wanted to see him again. I thought life had given me something special, and I was excited. I never thought things could change so fast. Daniel invited me to walk along the lake, and I enjoyed every evening. He listened to my stories, and I listened to his dreams. His calm nature made me feel safe. Chicago streets looked bright when he walked with me. I smiled a lot around him. I wanted to enjoy each moment. My family noticed I was happier, and I felt lucky. Life felt simple and peaceful. I liked the way he treated me. Each evening, I hoped for more walks and talks. I never thought danger could come into my life while I felt so safe. After a few weeks, Daniel introduced me to his friend Michael Stone, who came from Detroit. Michael seemed friendly and polite. I smiled and said hello. Daniel talked about him often. I thought Michael respected limits. Our conversations felt normal and light. I never imagined anything bad could happen. I trusted Daniel, and I trusted people he liked. Sometimes I felt small worries, but I ignored them. My heart felt full, and I believed life was good. I could not see the dark side hiding behind Michael's smile. Shadows were there, but I did not notice them yet. One weekend, Daniel traveled for work. He asked Michael to check on me. I thanked him politely. Michael brought flowers from Daniel, and I let him in. We talked normally. He drank coffee I made and told me travel stories. I laughed politely. Everything felt safe. I did not think danger existed. Later, I cleaned the table and looked at the flowers. I tried to sleep but felt a little worry in my chest. I shook it off, thinking Daniel would return soon. I trusted him completely. Little did I know, life was about to change. Daniel returned that evening, and I hugged him tightly. I whispered that I missed him. He held me, but I noticed something strange in his eyes. I asked him, and he laughed. He said work was stressful. I wanted to believe him. That night, I went to bed safely, but thoughts about Michael stayed in my mind. Something about Michael's smile bothered me. I told myself it was nothing. I did not know danger had already entered my life quietly. Life felt peaceful, but small warnings appeared. I could not imagine how fast things could turn. A few days later, Michael came to my apartment without warning. He said Daniel sent him. I felt nervous but let him in. He smiled strangely, and I felt cold inside. He asked personal questions about Daniel and me. I tried to answer politely. His smile felt wrong now. I realized he had bad intentions. Fear grew in me quickly. I wanted to call Daniel, but Michael blocked me. I stepped back slowly, feeling trapped. My safe world was gone. I had to act fast. I could not let him hurt me. I started planning my escape in my mind. Michael moved closer, and I froze. My phone shook in my hand as I dialed Daniel. No answer came. Panic hit me. I shouted his name loudly. Michael laughed cruelly and closed the door. My legs felt weak. I remembered self-defense lessons. I tried to stay calm. My apartment felt like a trap. Each second felt too long. I had to escape. I saw a small chance. My heart beat fast, but courage grew. I would not give up. I refused to let fear win. I searched for a way out, moving carefully, ready to fight if needed. I ran to the kitchen and grabbed a heavy vase. Michael followed slowly. I shouted loudly, hoping neighbors would hear. I swung the vase and broke a small window to make a way out. Glass cut my hands, but I did not care. I ran through the broken window and screamed for help. My legs burned, and adrenaline pushed me forward. I saw people in the street looking surprised. I yelled for someone to call the police. Michael stopped, shocked. Relief came slowly, but fear stayed. I ran toward safety, feeling both pain and hope. Neighbors came quickly, and I ran to them, crying. One man held my hand and asked what happened. I explained everything about Michael. He called the police while keeping me safe. Daniel arrived soon after, shouting my name. I ran into his arms, crying and shaking. He held me and whispered softly. I felt some peace returning. Police sirens got closer. Michael went back inside, angry. Officers arrived quickly and took him away. I realized life can change in a moment. Trust must be careful. My heart still raced, but I survived. Daniel stayed close, and I felt grateful. Daniel stayed with me, comforting me through the scary hours. I told the police everything. They praised me for bravery. Daniel's eyes showed guilt and relief. I hugged him tightly. That night, I slept finally, but small fears stayed. I promised to be careful while still hoping. Life tested me, but I discovered courage inside myself. I learned to protect myself. I learned that trust takes time. Adversity taught me strength. I realized love could survive fear. I learned to balance hope with awareness. Daniel's support made me feel safe again, and I started to believe in life. Weeks passed, and I healed slowly. Daniel stayed with me. I went to therapy and talked about my fears. I learned to notice small warning signs. I felt stronger every day. Chicago streets felt normal again. I walked near Lake Michigan with Daniel, enjoying calm mornings. Friends visited often, making me laugh. I wrote in my journal every night. I remembered the danger and my courage. Love returned slowly but carefully. I appreciated every peaceful moment. I knew life could be dangerous, but I also knew I could survive. I felt brave and hopeful for the future. Months later, life felt better. Daniel and I enjoyed small routines together. We talked about fears, dreams, and our future. Trust returned slowly. I stayed aware of people around me. Chicago streets looked bright again. I walked near the lake and felt calm. Friends often joined us, creating warmth. Life felt balanced. I realized love and caution could exist together. I remembered Michael, but I refused to let fear control me. I grew stronger each day. I learned to face danger and survive. I discovered courage I never knew I had. Love could grow even after nightmares. Finally, I accepted that life included both joy and danger. Daniel and I planned our future carefully. Trust became stronger after challenges. I felt proud of my courage and survival. Chicago mornings, walks by the lake, and laughter became signs of hope. I learned that love could turn fear into strength. Life had taught me lessons I would never forget. I understood how to protect myself and love wisely. My heart healed, and memories reminded me to stay alert. I realized true love needed patience, courage, and care. I survived a nightmare and embraced life fully, stronger than before.